All right, guys, it is absolutely go time. Let me give you the rundown of what the plan of attack is for the day. First thing is first, we got fluids checked in these two dozers. Let's get these things popped off real quick so they're warming up a little bit. It's not really cold this morning, but it's a little cool. Fire and hole. I had to put a new battery in this old girl the other day. I don't know what the deal was with it, but 24-volt system. We were only starting on 12, and it didn't like that on the cold morning. So, see if the old B kicks off here this morning. I don't know. He's alive. Good deal. All right, so excuse me. Here's what we're going to try to accomplish today. Yesterday was Sunday. We were down here. Jerry and I got this whole area and section here done. Garrett stopped by, which is the landowner. Absolutely astounded of how well that actually turned out. So we got the one section back there to do yet. They're calling for scattered showers today, and they're calling for rain the next 4 days. So what we get done today is probably what we're gonna get done before spring. So Jerry will be here in a little bit. He's gonna hop on one dozer. I'm gonna take the other dozer. We're gonna hammer down. Matt'll be here. He had to run and get fuel. We're running low on fuel this morning, so he went to get fuel. He's gonna come back, probably fire up the 210 and Bubba. We gotta get that ash pile hauled off. We got a handful of stumps laying around here randomly we need to get done. And fingers crossed, man, fingers crossed. We can get this knocked out before we get rained out. That's the plan. That is the plan. All right, enough yakking. Let's start pushing. Jerry's not here yet this morning. He should be here anytime. I thought about hopping on the B, trying to get a little bit of seat time in this morning before he shows up, because whenever he shows up, he's gonna take it from me. So I'm just gonna let him have it. We gotta focus on getting this done. So let's track back here. I'll kind of show you what we got on this backside. We're gonna get after it. All right, this little section we've got to get knocked out. First thing we're gonna do is get it cleaned up a little bit. Just kind of going down through here and skimming the top, trying to get as much of this debris. Push the one in as we can. The more of that we get cleaned up now, the less gonna get our topsoil pile later. Once we get this all pushed down the one end, get it cleaned up, then we'll come back and get the topsoil on it. This is the fun part when you click along and pop the stuff. Nothing fancy, if you guys can kind of see where we've been, where all the debris is going, and kind of what it looks like down there. Once we get it all looking like this, then we'll come back and start stripping the topsoil and saving it. Kind of got it skimmed off and cleaned up there a little bit. You kind of see the profile a little bit better. There's not as much dirt here to move as what I thought. We just might have a fighting chance of getting this done if this rain holds off. holds off like they say it's going to. But basically we got an upper and a lower. We do have to be mindful that this is a waterway here, but all we really got to do is ease that transition between the upper and the lower basically. To do that, I believe we're going to strip all the topsoil, probably just push it down there and windrow it. It'd be easier to put it back if it was on the top side, but I'm not for sure how far back we're going to need to go. So if we push it over there, it's kind of a moot point, and we're going to have to push it uphill one way or the other. So we might as well push it uphill loose instead of cutting it out of the ground. That's my argument. Jerry may show up and get mad at me and decide we have a whole different plan, but basically the point of what we did was get all the debris down into that end, just kind of skimming off the top. You still end up with stuff like this, which is an old stump. If you dig all that stuff out, you end up with no topsoil. So some of that stuff will have to get worked back in. Garrett's having pretty good luck with his vertical tillage tool, putting all that back and kind of chopping it up. Hopefully we can get this done where he can work it a couple times this fall if the weather cooperates. That way in the spring it's good to go. So Jerry did show up. I don't know if you guys can see him in the background over there. There was a couple spots we kind of finished in the dark over there. He just kind of touched up a little bit, and he'll be over to give us a hand in a minute. So, all right, let's strip some topsoil. section down there probably don't have to be stripped. It probably just be graded out, but I'm afraid if I don't, I'm going to end up leaving a hidden stump or something behind. You guys can see in the little bit of short area we've already done, I've already found 2 stumps. They're down below the surface of the ground, so they're hard to see. There's another one right there. That's a big one too. Holy cow. The last thing I want to do is leave one of those stumps behind and they come through here and hit it with the planter or the harvester. Those are not cheap pieces of equipment. The last thing you want to do is damage one on a stump. No bigger area than what it is. We'll probably just strip it all down about a foot. We'll put it all back. That way we know for sure we got all the stuff. The river, like I said before, the river comes up. They cut this about 7 years ago. The river comes up and drops mud in here. They cut these stumps right on the ground. The river's put mud over top of them, so until you scrape some off, you can't really see where they're at. We'll get them. Did you come to switch me dozers?
Yeah, that'd be all right. Yeah, the decelerator wouldn't work on that first thing this morning. I was
yeah, how are you just gonna let her eat, Jerry? Yeah. I don't think we got moved near as much dirt here on this side.
No. And the weather may hold out.
I know. I think we got a fighting chance if we can stay after it.
You may have to work night shift also.
Well, we got lights on both. Well, we got Jerry full of fuel and back off to the races.
Not only do you have him full of fuel and off to the races, you have him on his preferred machine.
I've tried to switch him all weekend. He wants no part of it.
That's his baby right there.
That is his baby. All right, I better get back to work before he shows me up.
He's gonna do that anyway. Gotta get the topsoil out so we can get the field dirt in.
Me and Jerry gonna finish getting this little section here stripped. I think he's gonna drop back behind me and start working on subsoil because I can't strip a little bit faster than him. Matt went over, he's gonna get the excavator fired up, come over. So we're getting us a hole dug to bury some of this debris, them ashes. Progress, baby, we're making progress. It's actually not that cold outside today, and that wind's blowing halfway decent, so. Working next to Jerry, I'm gonna aggravate there in a minute. He's gonna leave and go somewhere else. Especially if I'm trying to operate and run the camera. Yeah. Told you that didn't take long. He said, I'll jump back over there. You know what, Jerry? You've earned the right to do whatever you want to do. You can have any piece of equipment you want, and you can push dirt anywhere you want. I will take care of the rest. That is not a problem. Just lucky to have a guy like him around helping, man. We love Jerry to death. Love Jerry to death, and he is very, very good at what he does. And he honestly probably takes better care of my equipment than what I do. That ground's not too hard for him over there. If it is, we'll have to switch him out, but I think he'll be all right. All right, slight change of plan since we're so cramped for time. We've actually got a huge washout back there that we can put a lot of this debris in. So we're thinking it's going to be faster to load it up and haul it than it is to dig a hole and bury it. So Matt's going to get that stuff loaded up on old Bubba Dump, get it out of here, maybe load and a half, 2 loads at the most. Got like 3 stumps over there with this somehow. Jerry is nipping at my heels over there. He's making pretty good progress doing what he's doing. I need to get back over there and start stripping more topsoil, or he's going to be caught up to me in no end. I was helping Matt get set up here a little bit, so I can put your topsoil. A lot of moving parts. Man, oh man, guys, we are hitting on all cylinders right now. Knock on wood, hope it all keeps going as good as what it's going, but it's taking everything I had in my power to stay ahead of Jerry. Of course, I've been trying to help him out with ripping, and everything else, but this area down through here is laid in. I'm talking beautiful. Jerry's still going, working on subsoil here a little bit. Sneak around behind him here. I'll show you. Matt's got all the Matt's got all the debris hauled off. We were able to get rid of all it. And we're actually going to dig a hole right here. Next thing on their list is to get rid of all the ash, hopefully, in this hole. Hopefully. You gonna tell everybody what I told you the tip of the day was?
Tip of the day is when you're digging a hole and there's a stump in the hole, forget the stump is there and the stump will fall in the hole.
Did it fall in the hole?
I think it ended up in the pile.
We're going under. All right, Matt's getting us a pretty decent sized little hole punched in here. I pushed one little bit of debris we had left in the hole there. But hopefully we can make all that ash disappear in there. Garrett showed up. He's over there with the tractor. He's trying to work out a little bit. I'm afraid it's too wet, but he's moving, so we'll see where it goes. Got a lot of moving equipment around here this morning. I hope you guys can tell or appreciate the amount of dirt we've moved in about 4 hours here this morning. It's crazy. We still got about that much more to go, but we're getting there slowly. Heck yeah. All right, that's a little bigger than I'm gonna get. All right, enough lollygagging and watching tractors. It's time for us to get back to work. That looks way better than I ever thought it would. All right, we're gonna go do something. All right, we gotta get ourselves painted in a quarter over here. Can't really go a whole lot farther till we get Matt out of the way. Can't get Matt out of the way till we get our ashes hauled to the hole. So I'm gonna go ahead and rip this real quick. Jerry's got this all ready for topsoil to go back on. We're gonna rip up this hard stuff, same as we've done everywhere else. Just kind of help break it up. It'll keep the topsoil on a little better and allow them water in the roots of the plants to go down into the later. Rib, I think we're just gonna turn around and go back the other way. Hang on. this would be a boring job all day. Give you guys a little look-see here. This is what it looks like all ripped up. Makes a big difference putting that topsoil back on. One, it kind of helps the topsoil lock into the hill. This isn't real steep, so that's not a huge deal. But having that all busted up, it will help all the plants and everything else, help the root system getting down. But Jerry actually hopped back in the A50J. This is all ready for topsoil. All ready for topsoil to start going back on. We're about as far as we can go that way until we get our hole filled in now, like I said earlier. So Jerry's gonna start re-topsoiling. I'm gonna go over and help Matt hold that ash and go at it. We better get out of Jerry's way. Heck yeah, we'll get a hop on the old 850. Even though all we're doing is moving across the field, we're gonna take a ride. Switched me dozers, and then I realized I gotta go push ash. How'd that work out? All right, wind check. It looks like it's going that way. This pile has burnt for over a week. I'm sure it's still hot down inside there. Oh yes, I can feel the heat. Oh man. That part takes a bit of run work. All right, let's get resituated here. I don't want to rake out too close to me. I want to keep it as far away from the sheet as possible. Oh, Garrett's over there. I'm dusting him out now, or ashing him out. Nasty stuff, I tell you. At least we do have a little bit of wind going the right way.
By golly, that one there was already on fire there, bud. How did that survive that much fire. Crazy things, crazy things. Tell you, he's maybe 2 scoops away from having the bed full. I hate to say it, but he is dealing with some pretty not so fun product to keep in a bucket. And I started this video, or this clip in the video, with no buckets. So I was just telling your people, you're dealing with some pretty crappy product. That was 6 minutes and 15 seconds. That's pretty darn good. Because he can't get his bucket completely full. Nice.
All right, guys, as you can probably tell, this was an action-filled day to say the least, and in the sake of trying to keep this video under an hour and a half, we're going to go ahead and bust it up into 2 different parts here. I don't want to cut out, we got some awesome video. I don't want to cut out a whole lot to try to keep it a reasonable length. So hopefully you guys enjoyed part 1 here. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I'd consider doing that so we can catch you on part 2 here. I don't want to spoil it for you, but let me tell you, it gets a little interesting at the end of the day trying to beat the rain. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Later, guys.